Check it out.
Top of the circle, between the legs dribble, right side Tyrese Tanner. Tanner drives in the lane, running one-hander. Yes, and a foul! Welcome into the Auburn Women's Basketball Review with Tigers head coach Terry Williams-Flournoy. I'm Andy Bertram. Tigers played just one game last week, but it was a dandy. Auburn with a 17-point victory over the University of Alabama. Terrific crowd, great atmosphere, and just an all-around good day for the Tigers, Coach.
Yes, a much-needed win for our Lady Tigers, definitely.
It was a fun day for the Tigers. It was also the Play for K Day for breast cancer awareness. Let's take a look at the highlights of Auburn in Alabama. One dribble now to Blanche Alverson on the perimeter, left side. Inside the arc, Tyrese up from 8, good. Tanner working against Kenesha Horn, top of the circle, capers, down the lane. Blanche, turn around, good, and a foul!
Good shot. You know, Auburn, Alabama, it means so much more when you get the victory, and I think, you know, it was my last time playing Alabama, especially on our home court. I wanted to go out with the victory, and I think that fueled us from the get-go.
I mean, I thought Blanche really came out and took it upon herself, you know, and I had a conversation with her as a senior. If anything's going to change, you know, she needs to be the one to make it change. You know, this is your last season. You know, what are you saving it for? You know, we ran a couple of different offenses for her, ran some things for her, and told her, okay, you're going to be our go-to players. You got to knock it down, but you still got to rebound as well.
Drives, gets bumped out to the free throw line. Muhammad, about 19th-footer, missed it. Rebound, Peyton Davis back up and in. 5 to shoot, low post, P.J. West off the goal. She put it in. Kind of a turnaround jump hook by P.J. Robinson on the wing, Perkins underneath Hutchin, knocked away by Davis.
Go.
To Clay, ahead to Muhammad, glides to the hole and banks it in.
I thought she did a great job keeping her head up, looking up the floor, you know, and then she also did a very good job as a scoring point guard as well.
Play inside the arc. Blanche out at the top. Wide open 3. Yep. Auburn shooting percentage right now at 50%. Left wing, Blanche, 3 ball good. Comes for Perkins. Perkins, a bounce pass, ball knocked away, and there's a steal. Muhammad with the help from Tyrese Tanner. Asina in the lane, underneath Tyrese to the hole and in.
I thought we really did a good job of scoring when we needed to score defensively. You know, we changed up a lot, played around with personnel just a little bit, and, you know, kind of got people the rest that they needed in playing in different positions.
Lobs it ahead for Tyrese Tanner. Tyrese to the hole, yes, and a foul. Down to 3, down to 2, down to 1. The losing streak is over. Auburn wins. 70-53 Tigers.
It's always been in the back of our minds that we've let a few slip away and that we should have won. And so we definitely just needed to get over that hump and get that first victory. And I think from here on we'll finish out pretty strong.
Talk about the first half of play. Maybe as well a played half as Auburn has had in quite some time.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I thought we shot the ball extremely well. Blanche started that by hitting her first 3. I thought Hasina did a great job of running the point, and at that point it was just a first half where everybody that came in contributed somehow, some way.
Sina Muhammad made her first start at the point guard spot. You came up with that decision in the middle of the night, is that right?
That's right. It was just, you know, we just needed a change. I thought it was too much pressure on our point guard, our freshman point guard, to have to come in and run the team as a freshman in the SEC, and I thought Hasina would, you know, do a pretty good job, and she did.
We'll be back with more of the Auburn Women's Basketball Review after this.
Hi, I'm Julie King, and I'm a guard on the Auburn women's basketball team.
Rebounded Clay ahead to Julie King, glides to the hole and puts it in with a foul.
My favorite food is my mom's party potato casserole. If I could play any sport other than basketball, it would probably be soccer. My favorite TV show is Scandal because you never know what's going to happen next. One of my hobbies is online shopping, but it can be really addicting. If I could travel anywhere in the world, it would be to go on a backpacking vacation in Europe.
Welcome back in the Auburn Women's Basketball Review. At halftime of the Auburn-Alabama game on Sunday, the Tigers honored Becky Jackson, Auburn's first All-American, a 3-time or a 4-time All-SEC selection for the Tigers. Put her name in the Ring of Honor at Auburn Arena. Did you get a chance to talk with the former Tiger?
I did. I spoke with Becky after the game, after the reception they had for her. What a wonderful person. I mean, I said, you got anybody left that's, can play a little basketball? But it was just really good to have Becky here. And it's always great when your alumni can come back. And I told her that, our kids don't understand all that they went through. She said, oh my God, this arena is awesome. I said, yeah, you had to play in the Coliseum, I remember. But it was a great opportunity. She had a lot of her teammates that came back as well, so it was good to meet some of our Auburn alums as well as Vicki Orr that came back.
It was a great day for Becky Jackson and the Tigers. Let's take a look.
I came down for a recruiting visit, and when I met the girls, and we actually, did a little scrimmage to see, how we were gonna gel. And instantly, maybe like the first couple of minutes into the scrimmage, I realized, I'm like, this is where I wanna be, because, it felt like a team and a family. Like the girls accepted me right away. Unlike the other recruiting visits I went on, it's like I was playing, I went there, and everybody was like, it's competing against me. These girls was actually playing with me and welcoming me into their fold. And right then and there, I'm like, I think I'm gonna come here. Auburn's gonna be my spot.
Becky Jackson choosing Auburn was the beginning of our rise to national prominence, simply because Becky's impact in her freshman year was just a keynote to our success. We were 26-7 in our first year. Her passion for playing the game, competing, and just her toughness was a trademark in women's basketball at Auburn University.
Before I signed, the records was like maybe 11-12, 11-13. And when, I didn't sign for that. I signed on because, like I said, I like the players. And when we won that SEC conference tournament, that was one of the best moments, because I'm like, yeah, we're here, we did it.
Becky's passion for competing in every drill, in every game, was a characteristic that built Auburn's program into one of the best. Becky's ability to motivate her teammates through praising and with a little sarcasm helped at times. But the end result was a winning program and building a winning tradition.
First of all, I would like to thank my coach's wife, Ms. Lorene Champy, for being the mother away from home, my teammates for showing up, taking the time out of their busy schedule to come here, my family members for coming, and I would like to thank the Auburn Athletic Department for honoring me in my jersey retirement. And all I can say is it's great to be back home. War Eagle.
Now a look at this week's top 5 highlights.
Number 5, PJ West's turnaround hook shot.
5 to shoot, low post, PJ West off the goal. Oh, she put it in. Kind of a turnaround jump hook by PJ.
Number 4, Peyton Davis's steal, which leads to a Hasina Muhammad fast break layup.
Perkins double team, throws it up the right side, stolen by Peyton Davis. Hey, she's leading the break. Leads to Clay, underneath Muhammad, up and in.
Number 3, Tyrese Tanner's one-handed A&1.
Top of the circle, between the legs dribble, right side, Tyrese Tanner. Tanner drives in the lane, running one-hander. Yes, and a foul!
Number 2, Blanche Alverson's lob to Hasina Muhammad down low.
Hasina across midcourt. Off the left wing for Blanche. Back to Hasina,
Nice
give and go to
cut.
the hole, yes.
And this week's number 1 play is Blanche Alverson's turnaround jumper.
Tanner working against Kenesha Horn, top of the circle, capers, down the lane. Blanche, turn around, good, and a foul!
Good shot.
One of the Auburn basketball players who really epitomizes the student athlete is Blanche Alverson, Tigers senior, who will graduate in May. Homecoming queen for the Tigers, has done a great deal both on and off the court. Hope one day to go on to medical school. Talk about her impact both on and off the floor for the Tigers.
Yeah, Blanche is definitely a leader for us. She's a quiet leader, but she's a leader that leads in how to be a student first. You know, she does a great job in school. She does a great job of teaching our young players, you know, what needs to be done. She also lets you know that you're very capable of doing both. You can be a great student and a great athlete all at the same time.
Wrapping up her senior career, our own Caitlin Crumpton took a look and sat down with Blanche Alverson.
Out to the top, knocked away by Alverson. Here's Blanche on a breakaway, drives and scores. How about that? Left side, Blanche Alverson, NBA three. Oh, she made it. Oh, baby. Way out on the left wing.
Take that. You started the 2012 season with the new head coach, Terry Williams-Flournoy. Talk about Coach Flo's style of play and your relationship with her.
Her style of play is very intense. It's very defensive-minded, and really, with her, as long as you give your effort and as long as you play hard, that's all she asks of you. She tells us to worry about the things that we can control. You know, we're not always going to be able to control our shots going in the basket, but we can always control if we rebound, and we can always control if we play defense, because that's just an effort thing. And I think Coach Flo and I have a really good relationship. I can go to her and talk to her about anything, and I feel like she has that same way with me. We just kind of talk openly about different things, and I've really enjoyed getting to know her this year and getting to know her entire staff.
The Jet out to the top for Blanche for three and 1,000. There it is.
Good for her.
1,000 points in her Auburn career.
That's great.
Now, earlier this season, you scored your 1,000th career point at home versus Ole Miss. What did that moment mean to you?
It was a very special moment. I knew I was close, and my entire family came down and watched the game, and I just really wanted I kind of just wanted to get it out of the way early on, because I knew I was only 6 points away, and just so I didn't have to worry about that for the rest of the game. I didn't want that kind of to be like the cloud hanging over my head for the entire game. So it was an awesome experience and an awesome feeling to have my entire family there for that moment, and just to be able to do that and say that I did that in Auburn is pretty cool.
Najette hands it to the top for Blanche. Long three. Oh my gosh, she was maybe 2 or 3 steps inside the decal. Holy moly!
You have 192 career three-pointers and you're second overall on Auburn's all-time list. You seem very comfortable in shooting the long-range three ball. Where did that confidence come from?
I think just growing up, my brother is also a shooter, and so we both that's kind of the mentality that I grew up with. Is he was a shooter, and I always kind of wanted to be better than him, and I found strength in that. And being a tall three-point shooter, really I knew that was an advantage that I could have over defenders. And coming to Auburn and being second all time behind Allie Smalley is pretty great. She's one of my good friends, so I don't mind being behind her for a little bit.
Now, do you ever take a second and look to see where you are on the court, or do you just pull up and shoot?
I just pull up and shoot. Everybody's always joked that when I don't know what else to do with it, I just shoot it, which I really can't argue with them that much. So I just kind of, if I'm feeling comfortable, I feel like I have a little bit of space, I just take the shot.
Now let's take a look back to where it all started. You began your high school career at Andalusia, and then your junior year you transferred to Buford High School in Georgia, and that's where you really took off. What did you learn while at Buford?
If you put forth the work and the effort, all the things that you can't control will happen. It's kind of funny that Coach Durden and Coach Flo kind of had that same philosophy, worry about the things that you can control, because I really did. That's where I learned that the most. And I think, early in my junior year, I was always anxious and nervous about how I was going to produce on the floor, but just playing under his system and realizing that, some nights are good, some nights are bad. I think I realized the most that you can just worry about the things that you can control, and everything else will happen.
When you entered your freshman year at Auburn, did you have any expectations or goals that you wanted to achieve over the course of your 4 years?
Just coming into my freshman year, I knew that right away I wanted to be able to get playing time on the floor, and I was very lucky and blessed to be able to have a lot of playing experience my freshman year. So I think that kind of just kept building each year, and that I wanted to get better and better each year and continue to get playing time on the floor and to help out my team.
Not only have you flourished in basketball, but you've had success in the classroom as well, and one of your most recent accolades being named SEC Scholar Athlete of the Year. Where does your motivation to be successful both on and off the court come from?
I think it's just that competitiveness. You know, on the court, we're all super competitive as athletes and competing. I think that for me, it transfers over to the classroom, as I want to be the best in the classroom. And that started at an early age. My parents have they really encouraged us to do well and to work hard in school as well as other things. So I think that competitive drive just kicks over both ways.
And what have you enjoyed most about being a member of the Auburn women's basketball team?
I think just overall, you know, I grew up in Auburn. I'm a fourth-generation Auburn student, and so to be able to play for a university that I grew up watching and supporting my entire life, and my whole family, everybody's an Auburn fan, and that to me means so much more because they grew up, they came here, they watched the different sports, and so to be able to say that I was a student athlete at Auburn means a lot.
Basketball's almost over and you get to walk across that stage in May. What's next for you?
Well, right now I don't really know. I'm definitely considering playing. I think that, you know, I would love to just be able to spend some time with just basketball and enjoy that and gain new experience through that. But I'm graduating with a degree in biomedical sciences, and so I'm going to take my MCAT this summer and kind of see where it goes and apply over this next year to medical school.
What is it that you want your coaches, teammates, and the people in the community to remember about you when your time at Auburn is up?
I would like for them to remember that I was just fun and that I really, you know, really embraced the Auburn spirit and just a great Auburn athlete, just supporting Auburn and representing Auburn well. I think that's definitely what I would want everybody to take away, is that was like the epitome of the Auburn athlete.
Pair of games for the Tigers this week. Auburn is on the road Thursday night at the University of Tennessee, then back at home on Sunday against the University of Missouri. So a couple games against teams that Auburn has already played this season. Talk about scouting two teams that you've already played already on the season, Coach.
Yeah, it gives you a chance to kind of see what they're going to do against your press, because not too many people in the country, you know, run the same type of press that we run. So it's good to go back and see what they did against the press. But then it gives yourself, you know, you go back and you look at the things you could have done better, things you need to improve on, just about everything, you know, you can think of. We break that tape down pretty good. It's always good to see them against other opponents, but it's also even better to see them against yourself.
All right, Auburn goes to Tennessee in a 6 o'clock Central Time start on Thursday night. Back at home against Mizzou on Sunday in a 2 o'clock start. That will be a Ballin' for Books Day, Ballin' for Blanche Day. Please bring your children's books, both new and used, and those will be distributed throughout the area as well. All the best, and War Eagle to you.
War Eagle, thank you.
With Coach Terry Williams-Flournoy, I'm Andy Bertram on the Auburn Women's Basketball Review.